Hey guys, it is Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Got a really nice one for you today. We're going to learn how to play My Sweet Lord by the great George Harrison. So this is going to be in standard tuning with a capo or a capo if you're on the other side of the ocean at the second fret. So you just play that, just put that there, and it's going to allow really the first half of the song to be a lot easier. Well, actually, the second half's got some, it helps there too. So it's going to prevent you from playing some of the bar chords. Still going to be plenty of bar chords though. And we have some cool diminished chords as well. So it's going to be a pretty fun one. All right, so basically 3 full chord progressions in all is how we're going to break this up so you can fully understand what's going on in the song. Now the first chord progression is the one that I just played. So it's going to start with an E minor chord. Now I'm saying E minor relative to the capo. So if the capo is at the second fret, then your E minor, you just pretend this is the open strings here. It's going to make it a lot easier to get everything down. Then we're going to go to an A major chord. I like to play the A major, kind of with that fingering instead of that one or that one or that one, because of the capo, so you don't really bump into it. It's more comfortable just to kind of play it like that. But really, any way an A major is comfortable for you. So it just goes to A major. So revolve between the E minor to the A 4 times. Now you can hear what I'm doing when I go to the A major chord. I still have the low E string in there. He does that a lot throughout the song. He'll add when he's doing the bar chords as well. So feel free to just let that E continue to ring out underneath the A. All right, so after you do 4 times from E minor to D, we have to the, E minor to A, then we have the D major chord, followed by a B minor chord. Remember, this is compared to the capo. This is actually a C sharp minor chord, but we're relative to the capo. Just do a full bar, 2 frets above the capo, and then 3 frets above the capo on the B string, and then 4 fret on the G and the D. Just a B minor chord. So this, rotate between the D and the B minor. Now the pattern, just like with the E minor, down, down. So going down, 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 up, down, and this next upstroke, you got to grab it with the A chord. So we have this. So when I get to that A, it's going to be the up, up, down. So we have this up, up, down, down, up, down. So it's the same as this. Now with this B minor chord, just as I just mentioned, you can do a full bar, so you're holding down that second fret there on the 6th string as well. It kind of fills up the sound. It puts the 5th of the chord in the bass actually. So do that twice. And then we have our first use. We go from the D chord. Now that's the D chord. And we change to an A diminished, fully diminished 7 chord there. So that's just 1st fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G, 1st fret on the B, 2nd fret on the high E. So. And then he's going to jump up and just move your middle finger over to this, the 2nd fret there on the A string. And then we have a B7 chord, remember relative to the capo. So that's 2nd fret there on the A, 1st on the D, 2nd on the G, open B. It's really, really the strings he hits there. So we have the first. So really two quick little passing chords. George Harrison loved playing, like throwing a diminished chord or a lot of augmented chords, just to kind of keep us on our toes in his song. So, so we had that quick little transition, and then we're back to start over. So we basically play E minor to A 4 times, and then the D to the B minor twice, and then you do the D and those 2 transition chords, that A diminished and B7, and then you repeat those exact same chords throughout. So you do that whole section 3 times. The vocals come in the second time through. Then we get to what would be the bridge section of the song. Now this bridge section is really the section where he modulates up a whole step in the song, and then we have the same exact chords that we just did up a whole step for basically the second half of the song. So now that sounds like this. All right, so you can see how he's picking up there. So we start with the D, then move that to a D7. So that's just going to be the open D, 2nd fret on the G, 1st fret on the B, 2nd fret on the high E. Then we're going to go to a B major chord. So you're going to be borrowing the 4th fret here above the capo at across the D, G, and the B, and the 2nd fret, once again, you're going to lay across from the 5th and the 6th string. So that's going to be a B major with the 5th in the bass. So you have sharp in the bass. And take that down to an E major chord. So we have this so far. And then once again, we're going to have a quick little transition. He's basically moved that A diminished 7 and a B7 up the whole step. So now we have a B7, B diminished 7 to a C dominant 7 chord. C sharp dominant, sorry. So we basically have the same chord we played here, move it up 2 frets. And then you're going to play, since we don't have the open string doing this, you have to play the full dominant 7 shape here, which is going to be the 4th fret on the A, 4th fret above the capo, 3rd fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, and 2nd fret on the B. Sorry, this. And then he goes back down and starts over basically the same progression we did before. Everything moved up 2 frets. Looks like this. So that everything up 2 frets happened all except for 1 chord, that low E. So anyway, let's take a look at it. So it's going to be just like an F sharp minor chord relative to the capo. Full bar, 2nd fret, 4th fret on the A and the D. Now continue holding that same bar and move over to that B major chord that we did in the bridge. So you're going to rotate between those 2 chords 4 times. All right, from there, we're going to move back to an E major chord, to a C sharp minor chord up at the 4th fret here. So it's just like the B minor that we did in the first version of this, which was a whole step down, just moved up 2 frets. And then back, so just between those 2 chords twice. And we're going to end this, whole step up version of the chord progression with this. All right, so it's kind of the same ending, the ending to the bridge, basically. It's the E major chord, that B diminished 7 to the C sharp dominant 7. And then you're just gonna start over. And you just continue this same chord progression for the remainder of the song. Even underneath the guitar solo, which comes here, over this section. So when he jumps up there. So I know there's some slide guitar solos. I'm not really focused on that. I'm just checking out the chords that George Harrison would play on acoustic when he played it live. All right, so this is a great song. Hopefully you guys can get through it pretty quick. Just throw that capo in there. It makes things a lot easier. But you're still gonna have to play some bar chords and some simple strumming. But you get to some interesting chords as well, some diminished set. It's pretty cool. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.